I'm kind of a city boy, I guess. So being in a kampong, it's really difficult. It was really difficult for me at first. It took me several months, not a couple of months, but several months to finally feel at home. And once I did, everything went well. We solely depend on solar power, the entire school and also the entire teacher quarters. On a sunny day like this, we'd probably get electricity till around maybe 10 p.m. like that. But if it's a cloudy day or a rainy day, probably just around 6 or 7 p.m. We get water, even though it's not tap water. But we have our basic needs here. It's provided. So I don't think it's difficult for me. Maybe because I'm accustomed to the life here now. Tongue. Tongue. Okay. Going through this project and getting new ideas, I found that if I use my body a lot, use body language a lot, they would be interested. I mean, kids, they like to move around a lot. Yeah, that's why I changed my way of teaching. What else do we need? We have the eyes. What? The mouth. Okay. Which one? Which one do you want? They're so used to me talking almost 100% English in every lesson that I teach, and that's thanks to my mentor. Now you're seeing the results. They understand what I'm saying. I don't know. It's you. Is it you? No, it's not me. It's not you.
Trying something new, what if you don't do it quite right and it doesn't work and then you get blamed, if you don't get it perfectly the first time. I think that's been a big thing for him as well, is that he's so much more reflective that we'll go into a lesson, he'll try out something new, and when we come out afterwards, he's not just saying, well, that was terrible, the children couldn't do it. 90% of the children didn't achieve it. They weren't taking part. Now he's coming out and he's saying, well, I think I should have maybe changed the instructions a little bit. I should have done this, I should have done that, but maybe next time it'll work. Without me sort of saying, but what could you have done? He's just coming and doing that automatically.
I was teaching here, 1E class. It's a very hard class to teach. So I talked to my mentor and then I asked her, what else can we do in this class? So she suggests me to do stories. Then I tell Emily, I cannot do stories. I don't like stories at all first time. And then she said, you can try. Maybe because you didn't read the correct stories. When she showed me the Brown Bear book by Eric Carle also, I don't know, they just got me. So I think, okay, this is the good, this is a suitable book because repetitive language and then very colorful. Then when I use the story with them, I think I just become a teacher. When I use the story, everybody remember the story very well, the storyline, the characters.
Brown Bear was her first one. Got all the children to make little puppets and they all stood with each other and they turned to each other. Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. And she did this performance and then she thought I could use my phone to film that. So she filmed them, showed it back to them, and just got such a great response. They were so excited and they really sort of put on their best performance for the camera. So she sort of took it from there.
Hey, you want to fight? Oh no, you are not big enough. Said the bad-tempered ladybird and flew off. If at the top, it saw a praying mantis. Hey, you want to fight? You insist. Oh no, you are not big enough. Said the bad-tempered ladybird and flew off. Above noon, it's portable.
The main point of doing that is to get everyone involved, to tell a story, for the children to tell the story, and not just the teacher telling the story.
Right after. if you insist, right after lunch.
Grace has her way, has her way of attracting her students.
They'll give the better but science lab.
If they don't have resources, ask the kids to make resources with you. If you don't have costumes, we can use paper plates. They can remember the characters, the place, the things inside the story better. When they did the resources with the teacher, they can remember and they can relate the story better.
I am from Sarawak, you know.
What we're trying to do is build a reading corner for pupils, you know. It's not just for English language. I mean, it's open for any, but it's mostly focused towards English.
Pala gula kamu kasihkan berarti nggak badoran. Orang kasihkan itu.
Sebelum sudah dicap.
Gimana buat cakap tadi? Tidak full.
Oke, bye-bye. Aku mau pergi dulu. Pas. 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 Gimana?
Coming into the school and almost being expected that you're coming in to change the entire school, to change that teacher, to teach that teacher, which was the expectation that a lot of my schools had of me, was really, really difficult. And because the teachers had been told, this mentor's coming from overseas, she's going to teach you how to be a good teacher, they kind of greeted me with a little bit less than total enthusiasm.
I had this mindset that I had all the tools I needed. You know, I didn't need anyone else, and my mentor coming is just a waste of time for me, you know, at first. But then she showed us so many ways. She introduced us so many ways of teaching, and I realized that, wow, I had little knowledge and didn't have that much as I thought I did. And it's quite a blessing having her here. Yeah.
I really feel so selfish. I just learnt so much. Learning just to take things slowly, adapting to the local culture, and just being able to kind of sit in the canteen and have lunch with a teacher without thinking, you know, what have I achieved today? I haven't achieved anything, and realizing that actually you'd achieved a huge amount just by kind of building that relationship with somebody, making that connection with them. So in a way, helping them to develop themselves, like, you know, the same development path has been mine as well.
There are many other mentees out there. We have us having these cluster meetings really help us to get together and have new ideas, and that's why I'm not that worried if she eventually goes, because she's already prepped us for a departure. So yeah, we're quite ready for it. I mean, we have more than enough to carry on. Yeah, she gave us so much.